BookTube, what up? Today I'm going to be talking about Sunset on America. It is a series of books put on by Ryan Shaw. I am about 4 books in, and I'm having a lot of fun with it. It's kind of like an adventure fiction. I've kind of stumbled upon all these like dystopian or like post-apocalyptic type stories that are kind of nothing groundbreaking here or earth-shattering. It's definitely not like all-time great fiction or anything, but I do want to talk about it because it's a lot of fun. And this series follows a gentleman who is kind of down on his luck. He's working at an auto parts store, and then a couple other characters, and one of them is his parents who live in his hometown, Burning Hollow. And there is a little bit of cartel action happening, and they are crossing through his parents' backyard. Some things happen, and basically, the main character has to return to his hometown to take care of his mother and his family. And it just gets crazy from there. The main plot of the story is an EMP that was basically detonated over the continental United States of America by bad guys. And we're still kind of figuring out who the overarching bad guys are, but they're basically a conglomerate of the bad guys in the geopolitical spectrum, whether it be North Korea, Iran, and other things like that. And so you basically start to find out this overarching plot as the characters are going through their daily lives in this small town. It almost feels like any small Midwestern town that you may run into where like everybody knows everybody. There's only like 1,000 people that live there. And it basically, the main book is actually all about these characters and not so much about the overarching plot. Like you would think it's all about the EMP and what happened and the electrical grids and all that. I mean, it does scratch the surface of that, but really you're following like a soap opera, or a drama where everything's unfolding and there's actually real life problems, and these people are just trying to survive in this world that is no longer the United States of America. And I would say that there's some parts in here that scratch the horror itch, which is pretty wonderful. Now, I'll touch on the stuff that people won't like. As we all know, I'm a libertarian, so I don't really care what people's political leanings are, I guess you could say. The author is very clearly a conservative, which is fine. I really don't care. That's cool. It doesn't bother me. I don't care what people say. But you probably want to know going in, because I know a lot of people in the spectrum of the internet, social medias, gives a shit because they are far on the other side. And I'm over here in the middle, just freedom. I like liberty and freedom. So I like to be left alone. But I was okay with it. I mean, it's, there's some garble in there that you gotta kind of just breeze over, and it doesn't bother me either way. So it does you should probably know going in. But other than that, I had a lot of fun, and I liked the EMP aspect because we all know that these soft ass people that live in America today would be absolutely lost without the thing that I'm talking into right now. And if we lost this device in front of me, or we lost the ability to communicate and go back to basically the 90s, I think a lot of these people will just end their lives. And you do kind of see that aspect where it's like, what do I have to live for anymore without power? And that's kind of depressing to think about, because that would be the way I would attack America, because of how we just can't hang, you know what I mean, with put us in Siberia, like, in Russia, and most of us would just freeze to death and not be able to survive. And it's the unfortunate fact of America. We're pretty soft at this point. So I did like that the author touched on that, because it is true. An EMP or something that took out our power grid would be and especially with this whole freaking balloon bullshit that we had recently, like last week or whatever. It kind of is a little scary, because you don't know, that's the shit. Like, China could have dropped a EMP. I mean, they didn't, thank God, and they didn't want to poke the bear. But and I would hope that like maybe America has some infrastructure. I'm going off the rails. Has some infrastructure to try to keep our military intact if we did get EMP'd. But who knows. But holy crap, that could have happened. And so when you're reading this book, you're kind of like, dude, this could happen. But I've rambled on enough. Overall, I'm at like a 3.54 stars on the series so far, and I am excited to see how it ends because we've got some love interests going on and some different things with the main characters that make me just really excited to see where it goes. So if the author ends up watching this, shout out to you, man, and I think it's pretty cool. So thank you. Until next time, it's been Working Man Reads. Don't work too hard.